Man, Broward real estate has got me bummed out, y'all. And I'm going to tell you about it in this video. It's crazy. It's funny how different Broward and Miami-Dade are. So I'm going to tell you about what's going on in the Broward market for single family homes and condos in this video. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty right here in Miami, Florida, servicing all your Miami-Dade and Broward needs. My information's in the description down below if you guys would like to reach out. However, in this video, like I said, we're talking about single-family homes and condos, both separately in Broward, and we're going to be taking a look at things like active number of listings, new listings, median sale price, days on market, months of inventory, all the most important data that you guys need to know in order to get an understanding of what's going on in the market so you can make the best informed decision for you and your family. So, without any further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, so the first video I want to share with you guys here is, the first graph that I want to share with you guys in this video is single-family home sales and days on market in Broward. So as you can see there, single-family homes in Broward were down to 983 for the month of October, which is an 8.2% decrease since the month before in September, and a 33.2% decrease year over year. So sales way down, even on the month, over 8% down, on the year over 33% down. So, that's pretty interesting to note. I mean, you can see from that line, look how quick days on market are going up, while at the same time, number of sales just cratering, right? Since the beginning of crazy rate hikes, into the basement or the gutter, depending on how you look at it. The next graph here, we're looking at number of new listings and months of inventory, which months of inventory is if no new listings came on the market, how long would it take to sell the existing supply? So number of new single-family home listings in Broward came in at 1,690 for October, which is 32 more listings than the month before and an only 3% decrease year over year. So pretty much stable overall, but we have seen a decent decrease in the number of new listings over the last 5 months of intense rate hikes, which we can see right here. We had a big run up right here, and then, it's been pretty much a big drop since. Sort of has bottomed out, like I said, in the last month, but, remains to be seen with high interest rates. Sellers are scared to put their homes on the market right now. So, a lot of other factors going into it, but that's definitely a big one for sure. Now, at the same time, months of inventory is up to 5 months of inventory for single-family homes in Broward. Again, we got to reach 6 months of inventory for it to be considered normal market activity. 0 to 5 months is a seller's market. 6 to 12 months is normal market activity. Anything over 12 months of inventory is considered a buyer's market. All right, that's like the generally accepted rule of thumb, so to speak, within the industry. Okay. Now, next graph I want to show you guys here for single-family homes is this one, active number of listings. So that's another way of saying total housing supply versus the median sale price. So as you can see there, active number of listings for single family homes in Broward ended in October at 4,529. You can't see the exact number there, but it's actually there, but that's what the number is, 4,529, which is a 3.6% increase from the previous month. Okay, so inventory adding up, and a 30.7% increase year over year. So that's a big increase in inventory year over year right there, and you can see it. You can definitely see it. I mean, this is October, of 2021 right there, and that was like almost the trough of the market as far as supply goes. And then it's basically been more or less an upward trajectory since then. A little bit of oscillation back and forth here, but since about March, actually that's April, it's been just off into the stratosphere with number of supply, the amount of supply in the market. Now, median sale price for single family homes finalized in October at $545,000, which was down $13,000 from the previous month. So single family home prices are going down in Broward, as you can see here. We did a video update somewhere around there, and we said, hey, we'll take a look and see if this continues, and it has continued, right? So down 13,000 from the previous month. That's that little downward line there. And then it's actually up 13.4% year over year, okay? So that's a really strong year of growth. However, it's not as outlandish as what we've seen in a lot of markets. So pretty interesting there. And actually the 545,000 is actually down $50,000 from the peak for single family homes, which in Broward was in July, right? So that's right there, as you can see. And, the price at that point in time was actually 595,000, right? So 50,000 less. That's an 8.4% decrease from that peak, which again, that was only in July, right? So, it's 4 months ago, right? So, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how quickly the market can change. I mean, an 8.4% decrease in only 4 months, while the market is adjusting here, tells me that we could potentially see a bigger decrease coming, as inventory continues to pile up, sales continue to be low. We'll see. So now let's talk about the condo market. Now, what I want to show you guys with condos here is the same statistics, but specifically for condos. And first up, number of sales versus days on market. Now, number of sales clocked in for October at 1,199, which is 169 less than the previous month, which is also a 12.4% slowdown in those number of sales. Okay, that's also a 30.1% decrease year over year. Okay, so I mean, look at this. Since that sort of March peak of sales, it's been almost literally nothing but straight down. You had this big run up of people, rushing to buy before interest rates got too high. And remember, sales are a lagging indicator. So something closing in March went under contract in probably either February or January, right? So people potentially had their rates locked. January, February was when rates got crazy, right? So then that's going to be closings in, March, April. And what do we see then? Gragouge, right? So pretty expected, but nonetheless, kind of a shocking trajectory there. Now, median days on market, we're at 21 days, which have been increasing for the last 5 months, right? So we see this sort of slope down and then coming back up, right? Not quite as pronounced as the days on market increase for single family homes, but still notable. But nonetheless, 21 days to sell your property is pretty quick. That's still a pretty quick market. Now, next graph here is the number of new listings versus the month of inventory, right? Months of inventory, again, how long to take to sell the existing supply if nothing new came on the market, in case you skipped that part of the video. Now, number of new condo listings in Broward came in at 1,749, which surprisingly, that's actually only 3 listings short of the month before, but it's a decrease of 18.3% year over year. Okay, so we see our number of listings coming down here, right? And then October, October, we were more up here, right? So it's a little bit of a decrease. We had a pop up in number of new listings, and then, rates got crazy. People get a little bit unsure about putting their houses on the market when rates are really high because buyers have lost purchasing power. They know that they missed the peak of the market. Sellers are kind of unsure, right? And if you're one of those sellers, you can always reach out to me, even if you're not working with me, as long as you don't have a listing agreement signed with somebody, you can always reach out to me to consult with me, and I'll gladly give you guys my advice. Now, for months of inventory there for condos in Broward, it actually went up to 4 months from 3 months of inventory in September. And in my opinion, we're well on our way to normal market conditions for both single family homes and condos in Broward, but we're just not there yet like we are in Miami-Dade. Single family homes will likely get there first, as we saw we are at 5 months of inventory versus 4 for condos. So, if we continue to see decreases in new listings, decreases in sales, we'll likely see normal market conditions for condos in the next month or two, probably 2 months. So you heard it here first. Make sure you subscribe if I was correct. All right, so last little graphity graph I want to show you guys here. Actually, I'm going to go back to that one, is active listings or supply versus median sales price, okay? So active listings actually raised by 11 listings in October to 4,691, which is a 5.9% decrease year over year, contrary to the 30.7% increase in single family home inventory. So that's really interesting. At the same time that we're seeing a over 30% increase in single family inventory, we're seeing a almost 6% decrease year over year in condo inventory. So that's pretty interesting to me. Definitely going to be keeping a close eye on what's going on with supply in condos in Broward. But if you take a look here at median sale price, look how sort of reasonable this trajectory is compared to what we've seen over the last couple years in price action, where our median sale price here for Broward condos has actually been remarkably stable for the last 6 months. And I have this graph broken down to a year, as you can see. So, 6 months ago, October, -6, you're at April right there. So, I mean, pretty reasonable trajectory price-wise, right? Coming in right here at $265,000 in October, that was only $1,750 less than the month before. However, it is a year-over-year increase of 17.8, which was back here when it was at $225,000. So from 225 to 265, we've seen a lot crazier drastic increases year over year in a lot of other markets. But what's interesting is how over the last 6 months, it's just been flat. Right. So pretty interesting. And then I wanted to show you guys this graph, which is the data version of that. And you can kind of get an idea, a little bit better of an idea here with our sale prices. Look how stable these are, ever since June, we've been in the 260s since June. Right. And even May, it was 252, pretty close. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff, very stable market there in condos in Broward. Now, what does this mean for buyers? What does it mean for sellers? What does it mean for investors? What does it mean for the wildlife? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But for buyers, what does this mean? Listen, if you're able to take advantage of low down payment financing and you have a nest egg saved up, in other words, like let's say you had 10, 15, 20% saved up, and you can get first-time home buyer financing for 3.5% down, you can use the remainder of that nest egg to buy down your rate, making this a actually pretty decent time to buy. I have been urging caution and telling people, hey, look, it's not a bad idea to wait. I still think that it's not a bad idea to wait. However, because interest rates are so high and prices, at least as of now, it doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing some type of insane price drop coming unless something else drastic happens, like if we get a big increase in supply, which doesn't seem likely because people are hesitant to list, or if rates keep going even higher and therefore sales crater even lower, that's probably the more likely scenario. But nonetheless, right now in this market for buyers, in my opinion, it's more about finding the right house. If you're able to buy down your rate, or if you're confident that you'll be able to refinance later on, as long as you can afford those payments now and it's the right house for you, I think it's an okay time to buy. I don't think in 6 months or a year, we're going to be at like 2008 levels of like, oh my gosh, the market crashed 50%. I can't believe I bought. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. There's a lot of people who would agree with me, professionals in the industry. Almost nobody in the Miami market or Broward markets are expecting that type of crash because honestly, I think Miami, like South Florida, is kind of the hottest real estate market in the world right now. Obviously, I'm biased, take it for what it is, but look at the data. So what does it mean if you're a seller? Well, look, I've been saying it. You missed the top of the market. However, the buyers that are out there are very highly qualified buyers. So as long as your property is priced correctly, it's marketed properly, and it shows well, and you give enough times for showings throughout, the week and so forth, then you shouldn't have a problem selling. I mean, what we had 21 days on the market, for condos, and then I think it was like 28, right, for single family homes. That's a pretty quick market, y'all. So as long as you're positioned properly, you should be fine. You definitely still need to make sure you're working with a professional agent. That's where I come in. What does this mean if you're an investor? Well, same thing as I've been saying the whole time here for the last, I don't know how many months. if you're an investor, keep building that war chest and start looking for deals because the time to start writing aggressive offers is upon us. If you'd like some help with that, whether it's investing, selling, buying, I'm here for you guys. I'm here for all your Miami and Broward real estate needs. Again, all my contacts in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, before you go, do me a quick little favor. It costs you $0.00. If you can just smash the like button, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this in the future, and potentially consider sharing this video with anyone you know who might be looking to make a real estate transaction of any type in the Broward area. And I'd love to help them out. Would love to help you out. You guys know the drill. Information's in the description down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.